Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. It's January 10th, 2017. 17. Second week of the new year. We had a great time up at Blitzkrieg Saturday night. Not so great a time getting up there, but we still made it.
Well, you made it.
We as the show made it.
Sorry.
I am Hollywood J. Williams. You're watching the Squared Circle right over here. Ruckus.
As always.
We have two special guests here this week. Dangerous Dan is off. He's we wish him well as he's preparing for surgery.
Yep.
Cosmetic surgery, nothing to be too alarmed about, but we still wish him well, and he'll be back real soon.
Yep.
But over here, I made it to Blitzkrieg, but this guy here didn't.
Wow.
But that's okay.
Oh, well, you feel that over
It's
there?
understandable.
No comment.
It's understandable. RJ Toothe, ladies and gentlemen, the head color commentator for Blitzkrieg, and now the head color commentator for Paradise Alley.
Indeed.
So we tried to get John last week, but couldn't do it.
Yeah, you know, some things happen.
We have you this week. We can at least cover Paradise Alley Invasion coming up this Saturday.
We absolutely
And
can.
right over here, this man here is Marcel Williams, who is vying for the PAPW Intercontinental title
Indeed.
this Saturday evening.
This Saturday, first ever ladder match
First ever ladder match
for PAPW.
for PAPW.
Right.
Is this the first ever ladder match for yourself?
No, this is actually the second.
The second.
First for Matthias, though.
First for Matthias.
Stand for a night of work.
A little bit of an advantage there.
Mm-hmm. Indeed.
Indeed.
But Saturday will be a big event for PAPW, and Square Circle will be covering it.
We will be there.
Thank you.
I gotta say though, dude, it seems like any time that you finally start to make some leeway in PAPW, Matthias is just there to knock you back down. What makes you think it's gonna be any different this weekend?
Just the advantage of a ladder match, and then not only that, it's time now. Matthias, he got lucky the first time with the time limit draw, and he made it personal by taking away the PAPW championship away from me when I lost in the semifinals. So this
Throwing in
Saturday,
a little chip on your shoulder.
he made it personal. It was fun the first time, but this time I'm taking away something from him, and that's the Intercontinental Championship.
All right.
You heard it here.
Well, let's clear the air. Now, for the people that see the ladder matches on television and various YouTube channels, are the ladders real? Are they gimmicked? Are they any type of lesser material?
That's
or is this the ladder
that
you
is
go to
a
Home
real
Depot?
ladder from Home Depot.
Yes, exactly.
That I'm sure Mr. Williams here would like to
100%.
smack Matthias in the face with a few times. this
Is
weekend.
the ladder is no joke. Pain. I mean, I guess you know, a leave and all the pain pills is gonna be in action that night because
Some home remedies.
oh man. Well,
So
yeah,
they're not like pre-cut, you know.
Nah,
you
they're
hear all
not
these things,
pre-cut.
and people, you know, people out there want to poo-poo on everything, and you know, just to get it out there.
nah, it's,
These are the real deal, steel.
Yeah.
it's not a night off
No,
at all.
We can't speak for other companies, but we don't use fake ladders.
No, no.
By any means.
It's gonna be real ladders and real action.
Who has the stronger ladders, Lowe's or Home Depot?
I wouldn't know. Should figure that out this Saturday, huh?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, there's a lot of action this Saturday. Ladder match. You got the Holiday Inn, the debut of the Holiday Inn. Holiday going to answer for his actions, and Paul Roma for his special guest referee actions for the main
Did we
event.
see that on here yet?
We did not see that on here yet.
Do you have
Oh.
Don't. I was trying to get him to. If they can hear me in back and they can get that queued up, we can do that. But we do have Marcel in
Okay.
action.
That's great.
If we don't see Paul Roma and what the despicable act that he did on this episode, I will get it up on the Square Circle page.
You heard it from Hollywood.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, for anyone out there who didn't see, there was a PAPW championship match between. We went right to the match there. Well, anyway, there was a PAPW championship match between Richard Holiday and Matthias, of which Paul Roma was a special guest referee, and he took advantage of his power and used a chair to pretty much screw Matthias out of the title. So a lot of people have been asking for his head, asking why he did what he did, and apparently he's going to answer for his actions on the Holidays Inn. So should be interesting to see what he has to say for himself.
Are you disappointed? You were there. Were you shocked?
I was shocked, legitimately. I don't know how disappointed I was. Admittedly, since I've started working for Paradise Alley Professional Wrestling, I've kind of grown a bit of a new respect for Mr. Holiday, working closely with him to, try to bring the best action in PAPW as possible. So I definitely don't fault him. I mean, when you can hitch your wagon to a guy like Paul Roma, who was a former Four Horseman,
Right.
That's a no-brainer. But no, I'm not disappointed. If anything, I'm interested to see where they're going to go from here, to see what Paul has to say for himself. But no, not disappointed.
You're talking about one of the founders of the company, and everybody in that locker room was looking up to Paul Roma.
Yeah.
And he's just going back to his old ways.
Yeah, well, now I was going to say, now he's looking down on everyone else.
Yep.
With the champion right by his side, so
Right.
You can't argue with the facts, and the facts is that he is the champ is his bell cow. So
So what were you thinking with the cocky attitude of New York's finest asset over here in the corner?
I was thinking at the end of the day in the finals it was going to be me and him. Zayn already knew he was going to be easy pickings for Holiday.
you can't discount Bernardo.
I try not to, but he's an easy piece of work. I'm sorry.
Hey.
But Holiday,
would know.
I would know. You're exactly right. But Holiday, hopefully down the line, it'd be Williams versus Holiday, but it didn't happen that night, and Matthias got lucky. But I'm glad I wasn't part of that chair shot.
What are we seeing here right now? This is it right at the beginning?
That's the big yes.
This was the introductions of the 4 competitors who were going to be competing in the PAPW Championship Tournament.
I see. That's,
Mr. Holiday just looks like he isn't concerned whatsoever with anybody in the ring.
Well, because he knew he had Paul Roma in his back pocket.
Exactly.
He knew something that none of us knew.
Right.
He knew the second he was in that ring, get through Zayn Bernardo, and you're going to win the championship. So I'd be pretty confident.
No, Zayn Bernardo, obviously a relative newcomer.
Yeah.
But what would you say talent-wise?
He's still got a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
But he has a little talent. He has the fans behind him. And hopefully in the near future, me and him go at it one more time.
He had a little bit of a cryptic post earlier.
I wouldn't. I can't speak for him. I would never want to do that.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't read too much into it. Just because, as I'm sure Marcel can attest to, when you're involved in wrestling, it gets very frustrating at times. And, there are times where you contemplate just walking away. But the ones who truly love it stick around and, gut it out when things get tough. So I think he'll be one of those people.
Yeah, he does, as you mentioned, Marcel, the fans that he brings out. He's got his own little Cesaro section, really.
right.
Yes.
Bernardo section.
Right. In Zaniacs, maybe?
Yeah, there you go.
But RJ, I agree with RJ. You have your moments. Left twice. Started in 07. And,
Yeah, tell us a little bit about yourself. Since we have you here finally.
I didn't even know you started this early.
Yeah,
Not really.
I started in 07. Been in the ring with Ocean, Brian Anthony, Lucas Sharp, Chris, Anthony Battle. Been in the ring with a lot of them. I took time off in 2010, and then I came back for a little while, then left again. But now I'm back. Stay full time. It just, you lose heart in this business every once in a while, and that's what happened. I wasn't into it, and then when you sit on the couch, you're like, oh, I used to do this.
Right.
I used to, you know what I'm saying?
You gotta
get that
separate.
itch.
You gotta separate yourself to miss it.
Yes, you get your
bring
itch.
yourself back.
So I mean, now I'm back. I'm serious than ever. Probably more serious than I was in 2007 when I was hungry,
Now,
learning the business.
when you got into it in 07, who trained you? Who did you train with? And
Paul Roma.
There you go.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Roma trained me in 07, and he left. The school closed down in Bridgeport,
Okay.
and after that, you know, he came back. I found out that he came back, and then I ended up coming back to the wrestling business.
Oh, okay.
So, you know, it's been a long road back, training, getting back in shape again for the ring, but now I'm ready.
Who would you say was your best match?
My best match I ever had, I had a few good ones with Lucas Sharp. Brian Anthony, I had a great match with Brian Anthony a long time ago, a street fight match I had.
It'd be cool to see him in PAPW someday.
Yes, one day, me and him again. Why not? A few other people that I would like to see in PAPW, but, you know, sooner or later, you'll see me out there more, exposing myself.
Right.
Hopefully,
hey,
he's
wait.
even
Well,
Intercontinental
exposing
champion.
yourself
Exposing
in,
myself in a good way. In a good way.
Wait,
expose your
yourself
wrestling
with-
ability.
Exposing my
with
wrestling
the
ability.
IC title around.
You know,
Yes.
I may bring out Hollywood Jay Wills out there. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
it.
yeah, but let's clearly. I mean, you guys are Mr. Williams and Mr. Williams. I'm surrounded by Williams.
Wow.
Yes,
Are
you are.
guys
And
related
that's
in
a-
any way?
I smell new competitors.
Maybe we'll have to
new
do-
Yeah, you know what
contenders
I'm
for the
saying?
tag team title.
We may have to do that at Ancestry.com.
Right. There we go.
You never know.
Some type of tie-in.
Could
Some
be.
type of tie-in.
Wow. That'd be something.
Oh man, that'd be great. Great story, great background story.
You'd be honored to be related to me. I think.
Oh no.
I don't know about that.
God. So what we got going on here?
Any other companies that you would be interested in working for?
Yes, I will. Any company, doesn't matter whether Blitzkrieg, PvP, even other states. I don't mind going down and working and showing my talents.
Mm-hmm.
I want to work with bigger names, not just PAPW talent, but other names.
We're working on it.
You know, yeah. So, you know, after this Saturday, because I guarantee that I'm winning the Intercontinental Championship.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Babe Ruth.
And I
call
tell
the
you
shot.
what, I'm gonna climb that ladder to greatness and take out whoever I have to take out to keep that title, and maybe I head on to Holiday and take his title also.
Wow.
Go from the first ladder match in PAPW to the first ever double champ.
There we go.
Oh, we'll see about it.
You see yourself carrying the Intercontinental title and the PAPW title at the same time.
At the same time, you can't curse on here. You can't say damn.
Probably say
No.
damn.
Same damn time.
Right. We can
Could
go-
happen.
We can go about PG-13, but that's about it.
There
That's
we go.
about
Well,
it.
you can say damn then. That's good.
Right. And we don't even have a Mattel contract. That's the part that
Right.
I don't know.
Jax always gets you, you know.
Right.
Hey, you know a lot about Jax. But
Hey now. Hey now.
Oh my God. Yeah, I'm really interested about that holidays, and it's going to be something. Also, there hasn't been a match announced for Mr. Holiday yet. I know that Bobby Ocean's going to be in the building, and I know that he is.
That's not an official match, Bobby Ocean and Richard Holiday.
No, it hasn't been made official, but at the same time, we saw the last time Bobby was in PAPW, Mr. Holiday cheated, for lack of a better term, just outright, just cheated to beat him.
I guess
And,
that when you're Richard Holiday, that's what you do.
hey, he's wearing the belt, so no one
Right.
can say anything to him.
Right?
But yeah, if I know Bobby Ocean, like I think I know Bobby Ocean, he is not going to just take that laying down. He's not just going to move on to the next guy. I have a feeling he's going to have something to say to Mr. Holiday.
the insider's information, the mystery opponent for Tequila Rose.
He's just going to have to come out Saturday and see.
Try it. Yeah, you can't fault me for trying.
Right.
no,
There's
that's okay.
so many possibilities of who that might be.
Yeah, there is. There's a lot of great female competitors in our area. You know what I mean? I think that poses a really tough challenge for Tequila.
Right.
But at the same time, there's a reason she's holding the belt. So I think that she will be pretty much prepared for whoever she has to
I
face.
said that last week.
Right.
If you're the champion, you're prepared for anybody. And
Yeah.
There's
Yep.
not much to alter your workout regimen,
Right.
your mental.
She's worked with
capacity.
just about everybody
So-
in the
Yeah.
area.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Right.
Absolutely.
So I think no matter who walks through that curtain, she's going to be ready.
She's going to be ready because just like Matias, I mean, they the reigning defending champions. They've been almost a whole year. So, I mean, she's going to be ready. I hope she's ready.
She better be. Well, she will be.
Oh, she better be.
She better be ready.
I
She
mean,
absolutely better be.
right. I mean, I know the powers that be with Paradise Alley are interested in expanding the female roster.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
You know,
Yep.
there's a lot of other women out there that they like. I want to see there.
Yep. Without giving any really thing away, for the February show, we're going to be having another old name come back in to face the winner of this match for the PAPW Center Ring Divas Championship. So a lot of cool stuff happening with the female division.
Absolutely.
I, for one, want to see Tina San Antonio back in Connecticut.
Does she still wrestle?
I'm not sure if she's still wrestling. I know she's just popped up on social media in the last few weeks.
Yes. Well, I will say, with the recent signings by WWE, there's a definite big void that's been left in the female division in the Northeast as a whole. So
Right.
I'm very curious to see who fills that spot that Kim left, that Heidi Lovelace left.
Deanna Perrazzo too.
Did she sign? I don't think no.
Or she's not official, I don't think. Or
No,
she's
but
worked.
that- but
She's
that
worked
one's
done
coming.
NXT work before.
Yeah, but that one's coming too. So there's a lot of top spots that are going to be available for these girls, and girls like Skylar and the Sea Stars really need to kind of buckle down and try to grab that opportunity.
Right. There's three names right there.
Yeah,
Women's wrestling is hot right now.
hottest it's ever been by far.
I'll say.
You will say.
Yes, you will.
So we've a little bit been ignoring this match. Where are we at here?
Nice elbow. I believe we're right around the end here, right?
Yeah, around the middle towards the end.
I thought that was it when you hit him with that elbow right in the back.
I thought that was it in general, but I mean, I tell you what, Matias has heart.
He does.
I give him that. He has beaten Lucas Sharp. He has beaten all Marco. He has beaten all the top talents, and but he has not beat me in an Intercontinental Championship match.
There we are.
But you know,
Classic.
he got lucky with this one.
Yeah.
So old school wrestling works every time.
Yes,
Right.
sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like you were saying, if nothing else, Matias is definitely resilient. So you're gonna have to outlast him in this one,
Yes.
or you're gonna have to find a way to physically tie him down and climb that ladder because otherwise it's gonna be tough.
He has too much heart. I give him that. Me and him is similar because he started a long time ago also,
I heard
and
that.
he left just like I did, and he came back and he's better than ever. But the thing is, I gotta say is with him is there was never a tournament for the PAPW Intercontinental Championship. So I was never in the tournament.
Right.
I was
No.
busy beating Kenny Roberts and Gino the God and everybody else under the
Mowing
sun.
through 'em.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, now he's in trouble this Saturday. That's all I have to say. I mean,
see.
he is in trouble. See, I'm beating up Matias, tearing him down.
Tearing him down, right?
Tearing
right,
him
right.
down.
He felt that pull, that ring post.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You got something up your sleeve for this weekend, don't you?
Oh,
Williams?
I do.
I know you.
you know it. So he thought he was gonna fly and do something to me. I knew he was coming. There we go. I knew it. Then this nice spine buster right here.
Of the double A variety.
Double A.
The double A variety.
4 horseman material.
There's no better.
Oh.
Oh.
See, Roman would count it more faster instead of him worrying about Holiday.
Right.
You know, I would have won this match.
Hey, maybe he was doing you a solid. Maybe he didn't want to hit you with the chair. Maybe he was really
Maybe.
looking to hit Matthias.
You're right. But you know what? Maybe he's in trouble in the future too.
Ooh.
You know?
We'll see.
The student taking on the master.
Another match this weekend I'm really looking forward to is that Bernardo and Dave Cole match. I think Zane Bernardo is going to learn a real lot. And I don't mean just like, oh, he's going to learn a lesson. Like, no, I think being in the ring with Dave Cole is going to
Right.
teach
We
him
saw
a lot.
Dave Cole last
Yeah.
time at Dieselmania.
Yes.
Yep.
Right. And we've seen him work for WrestleJam before as well.
Yes, sir.
So
Dave Cole is a veteran in this business.
Yes,
Veteran.
he is. A staple in
Yes.
New England.
Indeed.
And he just came back last year from a knee injury in the spring of last year, and it really doesn't look like he's missed a beat since. It was a pretty nasty knee injury at that, and yeah, it doesn't look like he's missed a beat at all. If I'm Bernardo, I'm going right for that knee.
Right.
I'll
Right.
tell you that right now. If there's one advantage he has in that match, that's it. So you got to exploit it to the best of your ability.
Right.
So we'll
I
see
mean,
if he can.
It's fortunate for Zane Bernardo to be, in Paradise Alley right now because, as you mentioned, the talent on the roster and the people that he's, not only getting to train with, but to actually get into the ring with, the experience alone is priceless.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Bobby coming in has been a big help to us. Dave actually even just did the canvas for us. He's an artist, of course.
right.
And for Beyond Wrestling, he was painting the canvases. So we reached out to him, and he did a bang-up job. That picture's on my Facebook and everything, the Paradise Alley Facebook. You can check that out.
Yeah.
That'll be on display this weekend as well. So Dave's been a big help to us so far. But yeah, just guys like that. There's a couple other guys that I can't really mention at the moment that I've been talking to, trying to get in, that we're just kind of trying to, dot some I's and cross some T's on. And hopefully, in March, February, April, we can bring these guys in.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we got a lot of good stuff on the way.
PAPW looking to take over, man. Take over the whole Connecticut scene.
Southern New England.
Yes, and in all aspects, too. Not just the in-ring aspect, but also the production side of it. Just the way it's presented, the way it sounds, the way the finished product comes out once the filming's finished. It's just steps forward in every direction, and I'm very excited to be a part of it.
You see them getting a YouTube channel and their
Yeah.
own public access show, sort of just like Blitzkrieg does.
Yeah, we're working on getting on public access in East Haven. I haven't actually.
We do have a YouTube channel.
Yeah, we do have a YouTube,
do have one.
Paradise Alley Wrestling on YouTube. You can find all the matches from Holiday Havoc on there if you haven't seen them already, which we've seen them here on the show, of course.
Of course.
But yeah, you can find those on the YouTube as well. All of the next show will be up there. Yeah, we're definitely trying to market ourselves as much as possible and to get the name of Paradise Alley in people's mouths as much as possible.
Do you see Paradise Alley possibly expanding into other towns besides East Haven?
Yeah, absolutely. I know specifically Mario already has a few feelers out there. One really cool one, actually, that we just, in the past few days, have been discussing, but could be something really cool for the summer if it pans out. Maybe something with basically, I can let you in on this. We're looking into some kind of charity / fundraiser of partnering with either Memorgwin Little League in East Haven or one of the Little Leagues and trying to run a show on a baseball field.
Nice.
So that'll be something cool for the summer if we can get that figured out. So yeah, a lot of
Big things.
Yes.
Blitzkrieg
forward.
has their Mount Carmel Park, and maybe
Yeah. Maybe we'll have our Memorgwin Park or wherever. I
yeah.
know there was another place that Mario had mentioned too. Off the top of my head, unfortunately, I can't think
Memorial
of it.
Field, maybe?
No, it wasn't in East Haven.
Okay. Oh, okay.
But yeah, and he's also been looking to other venues out of town, looking to expand the brand. I always kind of felt that it was important to build up the following in East Haven first before expansion, because if you don't have a set home crowd that's going to travel with you.
Right.
You know,
Right.
It's a big risk to take going into town 2 towns over where nobody knows you, and if you don't have that following, you know, it could be tough.
You start to get the following in East Haven, and then possibly go to North Haven or North Branford.
I'd say
and you bring your.
I'd say we're 90% there. I would say there's still a little improvement that needs to be made from all aspects, but once those are made and everything is running, you know, crisply and smoothly, expansion is one of the first priorities. Absolutely.
Right.
Felt as a PAPW, Diesel Mania kind of set the course because it just showed what we was trying to accomplish, and now we're trying to work in the infrastructure of production, just like he said, and we're working on that, and that will be great because half of the promotions around here, production, it's kind of good, but they don't got the exact like YouTube page or anything, you know.
Social media is important nowadays.
Yes, it
Get
is. You got
yourself
to take
out there.
advantage of it.
Right.
A lot of them don't have production at all.
No.
Exactly.
And that's not a knock. Literally, some
Right.
people just don't film their shows, don't have commentary on their shows, and it's such a little nuance that makes such a difference to your promotion. And the fact that some people don't do it just kind of baffles me.
Well, you know, you make it look easy when you do the
Oh,
commentary.
you flatter.
Right.
But to find somebody to actually do it,
Yeah, it's tough.
kind of hard. You
No,
know, 'cause
it is.
Not everybody has the knack or the flair for it, I should say.
Well, that's why I'm here. Hit me up for bookings, people.
There he is, right there. We've worked with RJ before on our
Yes, we
Diesel
did.
Mania.
Yes,
That's
we
right.
did. We saw that footage.
We have to do that again one of these days.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a great time.
No, don't.
Yes. Now listen,
No,
you know, he is right.
No, it was a
Because
great
you know
time.
what? Next time we need to bring Ruckus Internet.
Wow. No, you know, honestly, I mean, I'm add a little color to it, but as far as calling the matches, you know, I'm really not as quick on my feet as you are, and I would not put myself in that realm. I wouldn't put myself in that position, nor would I put any of the promotions in that position, because honestly, I just don't have that.
Understandable. It was very challenging for me at first too. The hardest part of it is getting behind the camera or behind the microphone in the first place.
Yeah.
That I found leading up to my first show, I was so nervous. But now, you know, I just get excited.
What was your first show? Was it for Blitzkrieg or?
No, my first show was Wrestle Jam 12
Okay.
in 2014 with Mike Banks, of course.
All right.
And then I didn't really have too much work after that, obviously being new. But then the following year, I had done Wrestle Jam, and I actually called a match with Leary, which is what I think probably was the main factor in getting me into Blitzkrieg, and then recently, of course, the PAPW stuff as well.
Nice.
Just keeps going forward and forward.
Let's hope.
Right.
Let's hope.
There was one other match for Saturday evening. It's kind of a throwback to the heel Sergeant Slaughter versus Hulk Hogan,
Yeah.
Ultimate Warrior. You got R.J. Rude and Sergeant Murray, who we're going to be getting on this program really soon. Maybe for the next go-around in
We had
February.
somebody that looked like him on before, but
We did.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Might be really
Just
related.
walking around correcting stuff. Just
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Sergeant Murray
Some
and
type of
R.J.
correction
Rude
going on.
taking on,
Some type of correction.
what's this team called? The Saudi Trust.
Saudi Trust,
Bunch of low-life, down,
Yeah.
dirty dogs.
they're down their nose at everybody.
They spit on
Everybody.
the American flag. They, you know, Sergeant Murray's a former Desert Storm soldier, and they, you know,
They don't
to-
care.
No,
They don't care.
they really don't care. So watching them get their you-know-what's handed to them on Saturday is going to be really fun because Sergeant Murray, as we all know, ain't no joke. And R.J. Rude is, in my opinion, the most underrated star that PAPW has to offer. His match with Xavier Bell in December was fantastic, and I think the sky's the limit for that kid. He's so humble, so willing to learn. Like, when you talk to him about stuff, he doesn't just blow you off. Like, he actually, if you have something to tell him, he listens. Yeah, I like that kid a lot. He's going to be.
He's the future of the
He's
business.
got a bright future for sure.
Yeah, he's the future
When
of
you're
the business.
listening and absorbing that knowledge, that's important.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm.
And even like I haven't been in wrestling all that long at all. But even when I say stuff, just little things, little pieces of advice, as opposed to where some people would say, "Oh, screw him, what does he know?"
Right.
He actually takes that advice. So, yeah, big fan of him, and we share the same name, so that's
Yeah, there you go.
blessed.
Right.
It's confusing at times. It shows, but whatever.
They just call you Toothe, and they call him Rude.
Rude, but even that gets tough.
Right.
They're so Tooth, rude, like
rude,
they
Tooth.
sound similar. Yeah.
Right.
Well, Marcel, I'll ask you the question I ask every guest. Dream match, one like on the independent scene, or one, like dream match of all time, like you growing up as a little kid and this is who you wanted to emulate and meet in the ring.
Meet in the ring, I would love to work Shawn Michaels, but it's he is such a general in the ring.
Yeah.
Tell a story, which I like to do. You cannot get in that ring and not tell a story. You gotta tell a story. And I would love one more time. There's a few. You got JT Dunn, who's real good. Brian Fury is real good.
Retired,
He's retired.
Yeah.
But
Right.
he was a great talent. Slick Ragnar Brown, I always wanted to wrestle him since '07.
Uh-huh.
So sooner or later, hopefully, me and him could go one-on-one. That's one opponent that I would like to do in the indie scene. But Shawn Michaels and Slick Ragnar Brown.
So is that Shawn Michaels? Is he the one that got you into wrestling, or was there somebody before that? Or?
Oh man, Hogan got me into the business actually, because Hogan, I loved Hogan, and then when I got older, I started liking Bret Hart, and then when I started really learning the business,
Yeah.
Shawn Michaels was starting. I was starting to be a fan of him. Love Sting, but story-wise, telling a story in that ring was him.
I always find that the people in wrestling, I mean, I'd say like 90% of the time, if you say who's your favorite of all time, like people usually say Shawn Michaels.
Yes.
But as a kid, it's not until you get into wrestling that you truly appreciate how like tremendous Shawn really was.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that he didn't become my favorite until after I started like really learning and understanding the intricacies of the wrestling, and after that, it was like, how could anyone say this guy's not the best?
He's between him and Flair. Flair told a story. Between those two, those were storytellers. And promo-wise, they told stories in promos, especially Flair.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
The king of the promo was Flair. Come
Oh
on.
man, the king of the promo. You just don't know him undressing and everything. It's like crazy. But yeah, it's just storytellers. Those are the ones that longevity in the ring.
Yeah.
You don't have to do much. You just tell a story, and that's what they showed in the ring.
I mean, you see guys going out there killing each other and killing themselves, for the sake of
Just to get that one
fake
pop.
crowd reaction.
Yes.
Yeah, when it's more of like ooh, as opposed to like oh, I'm definitely with Marcel on that one, and I think that's really what PAPW kind of embodies: old school feel / mentality mixed with new school talent. Like the concept of telling stories is still absolutely there, but as far as all the flippy doos and let's do this just to do it, no, not at all.
He's right. PAPW, Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling, is all about, it's old school and modern. I mean, we'll tell the story. Yeah, we'll do a flip or two, but we gotta do it.
But it's gonna make sense when you.
It's
do
gonna make sense. If look at AJ Styles. AJ Styles had a great year this year, and you watch him from TNA, and he was used to do flips every spot. Now he's in WWE. He tells stories,
Right.
and if he is gonna do a flip, it makes sense. So I mean, that's what you'll get at PAPW. You'll get a story told, and you're going to be invested from the beginning to the end.
I'm trying to think. I'm sorry to cut you off.
No, you're good.
I forget what it was. I was watching something, and it was about an ROH guy who had went to the Performance Center and did a workout. And Terry Taylor said, "You're speaking French, and all of us are speaking English. Like, like that kind of wrestling, like on this level, yeah, it'll probably get you noticed just because of the athleticism, but it doesn't have the staying power. You're not going to be able to do that for 10, 15 years, or you're not going to be walking if you do.
Right.
So, nah, I'm
Longevity is the
It's
word
key.
in this business.
absolutely.
Longevity.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I may not have it this Saturday, but longevity.
I think you'll have it.
You're gonna be great. You have the advantage.
I do.
Right. This is
I
gonna
do. Second ladder match.
second ladder match.
Second.
You've already done one.
I will
Yes.
say, yeah, the advantage is definitely in your. There is no champion's advantage. That the title's above the ring. Like
Right.
there is no disqualification, nothing like that.
None.
I do think the fact that you haven't beaten him yet up to this point probably bodes pretty well for you. Just because at this point, I don't think there's gonna be anything that's gonna stop you
None.
from taking that belt.
None. It's not. I'm hungry. Oh man, you just don't know. I'm hungry. It just. I left this business because it was not enough chances here, and now there's chances for me to show whether it's New York, whether it's Jersey, whether it's all over. Social media is everywhere. So this Saturday, I'm just gonna prove a point, just like every other time, that I'm the best in PAPW. Just plain and simple, hands down.
It's not cockiness. It's you're just
It
coming
is
right
what
out.
it is.
Right.
It is what it is.
Stating facts.
Yes,
Stating
sir.
facts.
Yes.
Just to get everybody in PAPW is gonna prove what kind of a product it really is.
Listen to Hollywood. He says,
He knows.
You listen to him.
I know.
Hey, he knows. He knows.
Have you had the chance to meet Mr. Shawn Michaels by any chance?
No, I haven't. I wish I would, and I wish soon in the future I can.
Or Flair?
Flair, I met
I don't
Flair
know if
at
I'd
one time
survive
at the
if
big
I met
event.
Flair.
I seen him at the big event, I think last year. He was at the bar chilling. He wasn't
Shocker.
acting up.
Shocker.
He wasn't taking
Really?
no
Yeah.
clothes off and stuff. Not yet. It was daytime. But, I wish I could meet Flair, talk to him, pick his mind, Michaels.
Yeah, we always cover the big event. I didn't run into you.
Yeah,
I happened to run into him.
Yeah, I seen him. behind the
November,
scenes.
the first one we covered with the video camera.
Yep, with Goldberg. Goldberg was there.
Oh, Goldberg.
Yeah,
Yes,
Goldberg.
Goldberg. That was
There.
back in March. That was the second one.
Yeah.
Right.
Because prior to that, it was Shawn Michaels.
Right.
In the big room.
Right.
Yes.
Correct.
And we did get footage of Shawn Michaels.
That's a very nice event for fans. A big event. I gotta give some kudos to them.
Right.
We are very fortunate to work with Brian Barth, and he's been very, very generous with us. And you'll see we're still working on that footage. Zach is a saint, and you'll see our big event footage soon.
Soon.
I know we've been promising it, but we're not going to just rush and put out an inferior product.
No, we want only the best.
And we have state-of-the-art editing facilities here, and of course we use the state-of-the-art HD cameras. So, in time we will have. And I know Brian's been like, "What's going on, fellas?" But Brian also has the big event coming up on March 4th, and he's announced Mike Tyson. He's announced Sting. And,
We had a few announcements over the week.
Right, and Dennis Rodman.
Dennis Rodman.
If you remember his involvement with Hulk Hogan, you can't dismiss that.
It was
And never will.
Eric Bischoff, I believe, or no. Dennis Rodman and Hulk Hogan. Dennis Rodman was in the NWO.
Correct.
Yeah.
Right.
Correct.
Yeah.
I think he teamed with Hogan. I can't remember different opponents of theirs, but
Right.
right.
But yeah, the big event is just a fantastic.
They're having a UFC with Tito Ortiz.
Oh yes. Yeah.
Right.
I think did we mention that last week?
Don't believe so,
Right. So
but now we did.
yeah, there we are. So not only the world of wrestling, but he also brings in now UFC because the last one, Ken Shamrock, although he did wrestle, but I think more people know him through
Right.
his UFC. But it's just amazing the talent and a number of people. Who else did you meet when you were at the big event?
I met Paul Arndorff, Tugboat. Scott Steiner was there, EC3. A lot, Iron Sheik. Sheiky
Yeah.
baby.
Yeah, he was sitting next to Sergeant Slaughter.
Oh, yeah,
Right.
he was. Strange, yeah. And then you
That
had,
was probably
you seen Papa Shango and Godfather all in the same day.
Yeah.
And
on the same
You
day.
never
All
see
been
them
the
in
same
the
day.
same. Yeah, you never see.
I
them
don't
in
know how that happened.
Right, you
but it
never see them in the
happened.
same room together though.
But yeah,
There must be some heat between them.
It must
Yeah.
be. Must be, but yeah, it was a good event.
Just like the heat between the corrector and Sarge.
You
Yeah,
know?
oh, yeah.
I don't know
But
what's
yeah,
the
you
deal
know,
with that.
I know they don't like each other too much. I don't know.
But,
Feuding law enforcement branches
guess
or
so.
what, I don't know.
But on March 4th, you can also, with every admission, you get an autograph with Coco Beware, WWE Hall of Famer.
Speaking of
we have our
Coco
own
Beware.
Coco Beware. We don't need that.
Kenny Roberts will be in action this Saturday. I'm just
Kenny
going to say that.
Roberts.
Speaking of Coco Beware,
Right.
he's in the ring with Gino the God.
He
This
does,
is
he
the
does
Saturday.
kind of resemble him.
He does.
But, you know, as you mentioned, Tito Ortiz, Sting, Mike Tyson, Rodman, Kamala, Christy Hemme, Sid Vicious. Don't see him around very much.
Well, he's the man that rules the world, so he's kind of busy.
The Headbangers, Boogeyman, Gangrel, mentioning The Godfather. Godfather will be
Could
back.
be there again.
Yeah.
Hall of Famer.
X-Pac, Sean Waltman, of course.
Yes.
Road Dogg.
Love me some X-Pac.
Road Dogg and Billy Gunn
Nice.
returning, and the Great Khali.
Okay.
Probably, I guarantee he's going to be the tallest man there.
I don't know about that.
I don't know.
Mark Merrow,
Johnny be bad.
yeah. Cody Rhodes, who's now like flying around the indie scene.
Yeah. He's going to be at Blitzkrieg.
He is
in
killing
March.
the indie scene.
Yeah.
Killing it.
March 25th, Blitzkrieg, Donovan Dijak versus Cody Rhodes.
Donovan
you go.
Dijak versus Cody Rhodes.
Ruby Soho.
Ruby Soho. And they're in conjunction with another company, New Age Old Time? Or you,
Oh, is it? I admit I must have missed that.
You must have missed that.
I must have missed that. I know it's been moved. It's not at the House of Pierogies anymore.
No, it's
It's at Fermi High School.
this one's
in
going to be
Enfield.
their first time at
Yeah.
big time wrestling they're in conjunction with.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Right.
Wow, that's news to me, and that is really awesome if that's the case.
Enrico Fermi High School.
Yep.
This is their first time there.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And you know, we're talking about the SARS, right? Mike Kirshner is going to be at the big event.
Cool.
Corporal
Nice.
Kirshner,
Yeah.
if you recall from back in the Sergeant Slaughter days. The Kingdom, Jerry the King Lawler. Maybe we can get some comments from him on his recent departure.
Right.
The Outlaw Ron Bass, Brooke Tessmacher, always a pleasure to see her.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody that I haven't met yet, Mean Gene Okerlund.
Oh,
Cool.
Don't believe I've met him either.
that'd be cool.
Heard he's a cool guy.
Kenny
Yeah.
and Mikey, who were just at
Blitzkrieg, yeah.
Blitzkrieg
Right.
on
Yeah.
Saturday, and also at our friend John Kelleher's. If you weren't able to get to M&J Collectibles this Saturday because of the weather, they promised that over the summer they're going to bring back Mikey and Kenny, and
Right.
you'll get another chance to meet and greet with Spirit Squad.
Yeah, that was some very treacherous weather. I did not drive to Blitzkrieg Pro Wrestling. Mr. Bill, Professor Bill.
Professor, right?
Bill, he must drive like a snowplow or something because my 03 Elantra was not
Right.
making it through 220 car pileups on each
Right.
side of 91.
Right.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Right.
bad.
I know they were disappointed that you weren't there, but it's understandable. I can't really fault anybody that didn't want to drive in that.
Yeah,
in
it
those
was tough.
conditions.
I felt really bad.
Right.
I'm sure I'll probably be paying for that one for a while. But no, I felt really bad about not being able to make it there. And I'm really excited for March because I think that it's probably going to be the best Blitzkrieg show to date.
We have March 5th, too.
Yeah, oh yeah, March 5th. That one is going to be at the House of Pierogies. That's actually going to be a double shot with Chikara, too.
Right.
Which is going to be really cool. I mean, I know from WrestleJam, Bill back there is probably,
Oh, yeah.
throwing nuts in his pants a little bit there.
You know, I think if they keep having all these great cards, the professor's going to be looking for a lawyer for a divorce because
Right.
his wife is going to kick him out of the house.
He's going to want to marry either somebody from Chikara or Blitzkrieg.
Yeah.
There we go.
Or Mike Banks.
Right.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
Oh, sorry, Bill. I love you.
Chikara runs during the day,
Yep. It's a Sunday show, so be
Right.
prepared for that. But Chikara is going to be running the day portion, and the evening portion is going to be run by Blitzkrieg Pro. Nothing but announced for that one yet, as far as actual matches. I know Donovan Dijak will be there too.
Donovan Dijak, Vita
Vita
Scott,
Scott.
I believe, Marty Jannetty.
Yeah, Marty Jannetty. That one I was surprised when I saw that one, but great tag team competitor. So
Did you see our
Interesting.
interview with, my interview actually, with Marty Jannetty?
I did not
Yeah, I'm not sure that he was all there.
really.
Right.
And
I'd say it's probably a safe bet that he wasn't.
He wasn't there
Earlier-
at WrestleMania either.
right, earlier in the day, I watched him walk into a wall,
Right.
Oh, really?
thinking that it was the elevated door.
I left the bar area
Maybe he didn't have
Friday
glasses on or
evening.
something.
The night before at 1:15 in the morning, Marty Jannetty was just arriving
Wow.
at the bar area at 1:15 in the morning. I was going up to my room to go to sleep, and he was just coming in. And the next day, John here saw him walk into a wall.
Jeez,
Yeah.
that's
Right.
tough.
Right.
And,
So hopefully, I mean, he can distinguish. Maybe if he's going to be wrestling on March 5th, hopefully he won't be slipping down
I'm
those
sure.
stairs.
I'm sure he
or-
wouldn't. I trust
No, he is a
Jeremy's
professional.
judgment. He knows pros, and he's not going to bring somebody in that's going to make him or his company look bad. So.
Right.
Or get somebody hurt in the process.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. God
Absolutely.
forbid. Yeah. I don't know if it's going to be for competition or if it's just going to be an autograph signing with Jannetty. I would probably venture to say it would probably just be an autograph signing. I could be completely wrong on that. But either way, yeah, I don't think he would bring somebody in who he thought was going to pose a threat to him or his company.
No.
Scott Hall. Oh.
Hey now.
Did I say
Said
that?
that loud.
We had the five-man scramble between Ace Romero, Sonny Kiss, Mike Montero, Evander James, who filled in for Nunzio, no-showed because of the weather, and Xavier Bell. Ace Romero goes on to take on Hammer Tunis.
That's going to be an interesting matchup, to say the least. I wonder if that's going to happen at the 5th show or the 25th.
Think the fifth.
Okay, that would make sense.
Right.
That's going to be interesting. I wouldn't be surprised if something was added to that as well, too, because, I mean, being that it's the Blitzkrieg Bedlam Championship, you know the rules are it can't be defended in a straight-up singles match.
Well, I think it is going to be a straight-up singles match, but there were, I think it's a no disqualification.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was going to say there's got to be some
Right.
kind of either added elements or added competitor, something. So that'll be Tunis and Romero, no DQ. That'll be awesome.
Right. And I think there's going to be a special guest referee, too. I think Xavier Bell.
Xavier Bell.
I think so.
Really? That's an interesting
I think
dynamic.
is it Xavier Bell? Yeah.
I'm surprised that crooked Commissioner Jensen was allowing that to happen.
Right. There's going to be, I don't know. Maybe it's one of the stipulations. I don't, we have to-
Well, hey,
we-
you know,
we got a
Tunis
few.
is going to have all his goons behind him anyway. So,
Right.
So he's throwing Romero a bone, maybe. Letting his
Don't
buddy
sleep on
be
Tunis.
the-
Tunis real good, man.
Oh, no,
Team-
he's
team with
good.
him a long
He's
time
good,
ago.
especially when he's got 5 guys behind him to do all his dirty work in the process.
You know Sexy Jesus, Hammer Tunis?
Yeah, I teamed with him once upon a time.
Once upon a time.
Once upon a time. Nah, once upon a time. It was a New England Frontier Wrestling when it was going on.
That's a new
Yeah,
one.
he's a good competitor. Old school talent.
Right.
Yeah, I'll take nothing away from him talent-wise, but, you know, his tactics I don't always really agree with.
Haven't been there, so I wouldn't know.
Maybe one day. You had the 19th hole Genius Bar Masterminds. That was they defeated the Danucci Dynasty. Jay George, Just Neff, newcomer Bryce Donovan, and Zach Boileau. 19th hole. Now you got the Masterminds and the Genius Bar teaming with each other.
Yes, they actually, I don't know if you saw the promo that went up on YouTube from them post-match, but it was, I was peeing my pants laughing. It was hilarious. So definitely check that out from Blitzkrieg Pro if you're watching.
Everybody's watching the Square Circle.
True, dumb stuff.
You know that.
Yeah.
Right.
Must see Tuesday night TV, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Women's match, Vita Scott defeated Skylar. A lot of these matches had time limit. Only gave them 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah,
Weather related, I'm sure. Got a little bit of a late start,
yeah,
which wanted to keep things flowing. That's all.
absolutely.
Vita Scott. What about her?
She is very tough. I know that. I first saw Veda at WrestleJam 13 at the end of last year against Kimberly, and she was really impressive in that one. Another one, you know, her tactics may be questionable, but she usually finds herself on the winning end because of them. So you can't.
I think Skylar probably learned a thing or two.
Oh, absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely. Skylar gets better by the month. Like
Right.
every show that I see her at, I've said it a million times.
But she was just an announcer just a few
Yeah,
shows ago,
yeah,
and then all of a sudden,
beginning of last year, she was coming out in pantsuits and interviewing the guys, and now she's one of the best competitors in the roster. Go figure.
I know, it's just amazing. Time flies.
Yes, it does.
It does.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, it does.
Had a tag team open challenge. The Minutemen, East Coast Bastard Crew, Private Party, Spirit Squad. Minutemen won that one.
That was probably insane.
I think they were supposed to be originally separate tag matches. I think they
Yeah.
just had to combine them
Yep.
for time constraints,
Yeah.
possibly.
Subject to change.
Right.
That always be the.
Yep.
The Jurassic era
Oh God, we don't have that.
never happened.
Yeah.
One of them, the heel attacked the face.
Oh, Isaiah.
Right.
Attacked, or Narciso.
Right.
Attacked Isaiah. Oh.
Right, and the
Yeah,
face was
that's
just
been boiling over for a while. I wonder when they're going to actually finally get their chance to just go at it one-on-one.
they need a cage.
Yeah. Yeah,
Something.
hey, maybe that's where it's headed. We'll see.
Ever been in the cage?
Nope. I wish I can though. But
Or the Rumble? You know, with all this going on, WWE announced The Undertaker. Well, he announced himself.
Yes. Yeah.
Right.
I was going to
For the
say,
Royal-
you don't announce the Undertaker.
Right,
Exactly.
For the Royal Rumble. Is that a match you've ever been in? A Rumble style match?
yeah, I did a few rumbles. I did probably about 4 rumbles.
I don't know if
in
we can
different
call it
promotions.
that
Yeah, we
outside
don't.
of WWE.
You know, copyright it, but
Battle Royals.
yeah, I've been in battle royals. It's fun. I mean, depends on what number you are in, or it's all of them at the same time. But
It's all
It's
fun
fun.
until you get thrown out.
exactly, you know, until you have like 5 people on you. But yeah, it's a fun situation.
It's hard to strategize because, you know, sometimes...
It is. You never know who's in there or who's coming after you, who
It's
want to take you
literally impossible. You can't unless you're 1 overall and you know who's going to be 2. You
Yeah.
know, and you can't do any strategizing.
You
after
just make
that.
sure you don't go over the top rope.
Yeah. That's your strategy.
Just
That-
stay in the
that'd be
middle.
my strategy, yeah. Just wedge myself right beneath that lower turnbuckle.
Uh-huh.
Just wait.
Right? Just sit there.
Yep.
out. Or you could be Jerry Lawler just hiding under the ring.
Yeah, hey, that too. Whatever works, man.
Now, do you try to make alliances beforehand? Say, hey, you know...
You could.
I
You could
mean,
try
Yeah.
if he don't get thrown out.
They
you know.
usually, I think they probably usually don't
Right.
end up.
Yeah. It only lasts for
Holding.
5 minutes.
And it's 5 minutes, you don't have to fight that guy, right?
Temporary alliances, I guess.
But, yeah, it should be interesting.
Oh yeah, since it's Rumble season,
Yep.
we all fans here. What was the best Rumble match to y'all? I always like to ask that question.
Well, you can't just ask that question.
The best Rumble match ever.
Was there a year Vince McMahon actually won it?
99.
99.
Yeah.
I'll have to go with that one.
I was going to say the following year, 2000, when The Rock won it in the Garden. That was probably my favorite one.
You know, for me, I probably age all
The
all-
1937
Go ahead,
Royal
say it.
Rumble
You know,
in the Coliseum.
I've got to go with the first one because, you know, we hadn't seen anything, you know, like it before, you know. We had the, you know, obviously we had Battle Royals before, but, you know, this Royal Rumble was a new concept and it was a new pay-per-view in an age where, like, WrestleMania and I think SummerSlam and the Thanksgiving one.
Survivor
Series.
Everybody
you know.
forget that pay-per-view
Right.
now.
I love
You know,
Survivor Series.
Me too.
It
It was a
wasn't,
great pay-per-view.
you know, the pay-per-views were an event back then. Now we've got one, you know, every 3 weeks or so.
Yeah.
And it kind of
With the brand
waters it
split.
down. So, you know, with that being the very first one, I was just being excited for it. The last one, I was really, really like, you know, what's going to happen? What's this going to be like? And, you know, just waiting, you know, and then they put the clock on the countdown and then you know, who's going to come out. And, you know, you had your list of guys and, you know, it was a lot of fun. And now, even now you can kind of predict, what's going
Oh
to
yeah,
happen.
for the most part.
You know.
Although I will say the past, with the exception of the Roman year, it's been pretty. It's been pretty. I don't think anyone expected Triple H to win it last year.
Right.
Nah.
I think this year is kind of up in the air. I mean, odds-on favorite is probably the Undertaker, but I still wouldn't consider him a lock by any means. You never know who's going to show up. I think that's probably the most exciting part of it. You never know which
Surprise
older guys are
entries.
going to come back.
Yeah.
What did we see, DDP last year?
Yeah, like 2
That's
years
always
ago.
the exciting part.
Yeah,
So-
yeah. Bubba Ray came back a few years ago in
right?
that
The
match.
unknown factor. Right.
Rumble
Yeah.
'92 was the best one.
Really?
Yes. Flair winning the heavyweight championship.
Yep.
Got everybody in that. Hogan, Snake, Macho Man, Sid Justice.
I'm going to have to go home and watch that one.
Please watch it.
I do have to say that the most innovative was Dude Love, Mick Foley,
And
Cactus
Cactus
Jack,
Jack.
98,
all being in the
yeah.
same one.
and
Mankind.
Mankind. Thank
Yes.
All of them in one
you.
match.
That was the most innovative one. Other than Kofi Kingston and his antics. When he gets thrown out. And,
Oh yeah.
His
That's
first
always
antics was
interesting.
the
He always
best.
tries to find
Yeah.
a way to get back in
right,
with
an innovative way to not
Right.
to hit the ground.
So who are our picks for this year?
Who's to say? I don't know. I'll have to think about that one.
Either Goldberg, Taker, or you know what? Nobody haven't mentioned this guy yet, but Finn Balor may come back. Never
If
know.
he's back early,
If
if
he's
he's
back
all ready
early.
to, if he's ready to go, that's a possibility.
Yes.
It's a good way of bringing him back.
Yeah. Balor was one of my choices as well.
Yeah.
Have to see.
I don't think they're going to bring back the Undertaker to lose.
Me
No,
either.
but it's weird. So many things can happen in the Rumble.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like one misstep and you could be gone.
Right.
So we'll see.
And
See.
who knows that they can get 3 or 4 guys to gang up on them.
Yeah. Hey, they get guys like the Big Show and guys like that over. So
Yeah.
I mean, the Undertaker's the Undertaker, but still, it ain't impossible. And he's gotten thrown over before. So.
Yeah.
Well, we got 3 minutes left. You got any final thoughts leading into Invasion here?
I think it's going to be an incredible evening. I think that it's just going to be another step forward towards what our main goal is in Paradise Alley. It's going to be another step of improvement, and that's all you can really ask for. It's going to be a tremendous show, and I really urge everybody to come out.
Absolutely.
Same as him. Urge everybody to come out, enjoy a show, see me win the Intercontinental Championship and the first ever ladder match for PAPW. And you're in for a night of action from top to bottom. You don't want to miss it.
And where do we find you on social media, Twitter, or Instagram?
You can find me on Facebook, Mr. Williams, facebook.com, Mr. Williams 203. And I'm on YouTube. I got my own YouTube channel, Marcel Williams. You look it up. And I'm all over. I'm on Facebook, Twitter.
And make sure to look up Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling too on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube.
At PAPW Official.
PAPW official.
Yes, sir.
Well, I'm officially glad that we're going to be back with our HD camera one more time.
Yes, sir.
Myself, the professor. We're going to have a whole crew there
It's going to
again.
be rolling deep
Right.
squad goals here in the squared circle.
Squad goals.
Indeed.
We'll have to get that. We'll go up in the rafters again, like.
You can be the squared circle section. You guys can go
Oh,
back
yeah.
and forth with the Bernardo section.
Right.
There you go. I think he's got a little more. He brings a few more fans into the building than we do.
I think they're all younger kids and women. You guys can take them. It's okay.
Right.
True.
I'm just kidding.
I'm
He's
looking
not allowed
forward
to be
to.
around younger kids and women. But.
Oh.
Oh wait, that's somebody else. That's
Hey,
Well, we got through 59 minutes without one.
we couldn't knock him for not being there because of the snow. So
right.
Oh,
hey now.
Well,
when one from the squared circle.
The things you have to expect
did I
going on
mention-
here.
What did I say?
I don't know.
The views expressed in this program are in no way, shape, or form.
It is what it is.
Right.
Hey now, I'm gonna put where's that masking tape? I'm gonna put it right on his mouth right now.
That should be my logo.
Okay, here's your write up here. I'm gonna just sign this over here later.
Why is it blank? Oh, we'll fill that in later.
We're going to fill that in later. PAPW Invasion, January 14th, 2017. It's the Joseph Malillo Middle School, 67 Hudson Street in East Haven. We will be there. YBYL.
All right, you bet your life.
I'm Hollywood J. Williams. Good night. Good luck. See you next Tuesday.
And thank you to these gentlemen.